Bob Pisani is in D.C. He's live from the SEC's Market Watch Enforcement Room, and he has more for us. Bob.
And fraudsters and insider traders and Ponzi schemers and stock spoofers. The SEC has seen it all. This is the Market Watch surveillance room where they monitor trading activity right here behind me. A lot of the market surveillance itself is actually done by the exchanges and by FINRA, and the suspicious activities referred here to the SEC where they do the actual investigations. So this year, I'll give you an example. The SEC sued in one case over 24 Chinese traders for manipulating the prices of over 3,000 stocks.
So initially, we got a referral of suspicious activity in a really small number of accounts. And using our homegrown analytic tools and IT forensics, we were able to identify this vast web of traders who manipulated the prices of this huge number of stocks over a long period of time. And these are tools that didn't even exist 5 years ago.
Didn't even exist 5 years ago. And it's not just trading fraud the SEC is monitoring. There's also misconduct by companies and financial institutions. For example, Facebook was hit with a $100 million civil fine by these people because they described the misuse of user data as hypothetical when they knew the user data had been misused. Also, Nissan this year, they were hit with a $15 million fine for false financial disclosures. There were cases on fraud in digital assets, on unlawful promotion of initial coin offerings, ICOs. There were cases against 95 investment firms that were forced to return $195 million to mutual fund investors for charging excessive fees, among other things. They even get involved in cybersecurity issues. They're very big on that here. They forced the Options Clearing Corporation, this is the only clearing agency for exchange-listed options, to pay a $15 million fine because they weren't doing adequate financial risk management and system security in dangers of getting hacked into. Altogether, the SEC brought 800 enforcement actions and obtained judgments and orders over $4.3 billion in disgorgement and penalties last year. $1.2 billion has been returned to harmed investors in the last year. Now, coming up, SEC Chair Jay Clayton is going to speak to us on his efforts to protect retail traders and investors in general. And then after that, we're going to go inside the SEC's forensic lab. This is among the most secure rooms at the SEC. It's lead-lined. You can't even go inside live, where they take apart the cell phones and computers. We're going to show you examples of that being done. A lot of very interesting work here being done.